Hey, hey, what's going on, fellas? Happy Saturday night. What's going on, everybody? Jean Ree. What up, Jean Ree? How are you, sir? That's good to hear, Jean Ree. Yeah, we're all good here, man. We had a beautiful day today, 75 and sunny. Tomorrow, we're in the 80s and sunny for the next several days. I think you guys are probably the same, Jean Ree. It gets no better than this. Memorial Day, school's getting out. I got no complaints, Jean Ree. I appreciate you asking, man. I got no complaints. Life is good. The only thing I wish for is the Cubs would start hitting again. If the Chicago Cubs would start hitting again, I would appreciate it. Hey, Tony! What up, big dog? Tony, what's going on, sir? Hey, I appreciate that, Jean Ree. Tony, I'm sorry about that. I Tony, I realized for the Tigers, we should have called time of death. There should have been a date and a time. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. Scanning cards. Tony, you're speaking my language. I've got boxes. Don't tell my wife. Don't tell my wife, but I've got a lot of work to do when it comes to my card collection. So it's a labor of love. Like I enjoy doing it. Like I'll turn on music, I'll spin some vinyl, and I'll sit while the kids are sleeping and I'll crank through it. I enjoy it. It's just sitting down and doing it. I don't know. I have to find the time. So, 5 shoe boxes, that's not bad. I've got like 3,000 count boxes that need to get that sorted through. So, I'm this is a judgment-free zone, Tony. You it is fun. It really is. This is a judgment-free zone. Judgment-free zone. 3,000 count boxes that got to get sorted through. Yes, I do. But that's okay because there's time. What up, Darren? Darren in the house. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good luck to everybody tonight. Yeah, not 30 different shoe boxes, but like 3,000 count boxes, like just a bunch of big box with a bunch of lines in it. So, yeah, it's been a while. Like I've got cards that I should have sorted through a while ago and just never got around to it. What's going on, Troy? Troy, what's going on? Damien, what's going on, Damien? Oh, the Usyk fight. I am currently not watching, but I know that the Usyk fight is definitely a fight to watch. Anybody else watching? Damien, you got to keep me posted. Let me know what's going on with the fights. The only fight I watched tonight was a former student of mine who's just getting into mixed martial arts. He had posted one of his fights on Facebook. It was pretty cool. He ended up winning. That's the only fight I watched tonight, but after the breaks tonight, I might get after it. It's over, but definitely watch if you can. Gotcha, gotcha. Just barely won. Yeah, yeah. Everything's crazy. I was watching that fight from a former student of mine, and then I was watching the Knicks game. I've been watching the Knicks game for like the last little bit. Almost one of the biggest upsets ever. For sure, Damien. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out after the breaks tonight. That's gonna be my first watch as I'm trying on all the jerseys that we hit tonight, taking pictures with all the slabs, sending it to all my friends, letting them know. No, as I'm bagging everything up, I'm gonna throw it on. That sounds legit. Troy. Oh my gosh. Troy, you're telling me the Cubs are in a state of disrepair. Red red wine in a questionable cup. Oh, Tony. Tony, you tickle my humor. All right. We got enough people here. I've been after it for a couple minutes. I'm gonna try not to drag you guys through my banter here all night. First and foremost, the bats came in, guys. The bats came in. So we don't have them for next week, but the week after, I'm gonna roll it. So I've got 2 of them right now. I also ordered some RSA. So I got some Gold Rush Lumber Edition. The checklist is bananas. It's not for next week, but the week after. I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna try to mix it in. I got 2 of them. Lumber Edition from Gold Rush. I did it. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it goes. A little bit higher end for the baseball bats, but the checklist is bananas. Ted Williams, Hank Aaron, Mike Trout, Pujols, Betts, Suzuki, Jeter, Ripken, Bo Jackson, David Ortiz, Adley Rushman. The list goes on and on, fellas. So not next week, but the week after. You guys asked, I answered. I try my best to always do what people ask. So we'll get after it. Hats for bets. Hats for bets. Damien knows. Damien knows that we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno when the Cubs are going bad. We do talk about Bruno when the Cubs are going good. All right, all right, fellas. For football, we know we got the black bag. We're also going to be rocking the Series 3 from the Gold Rush. For basketball, we got RSA jersey as well as basketball itself, full size. For baseball, we got the Hall of Fame slab. Last week we had a Yogi Berra. Looking at some comps on eBay. The comps are absolutely bananas. I'm hoping we get a nice hit out of there as well. We're going to pair that up with the RSA baseball jersey. We got the multi-sport black bag, and we got a fresh case of the multi-sport value pack, which means we got to open it here live. We got to number it up so everybody sees it, so everybody knows it for the next 10 trips around the horn, the next 10 breaks. We got a fresh case here. This is the last case of this that I have, but I'm going to buy some more the next time this pops up. I've been a fan of this, man. I'm going to buy some more of that for sure. So let's open this thing up. Again, we're not opening all of these tonight, but I'm going to number these up because we are going to be opening one of these, and we'll randomize it and go from there. All right, cellophane wrapping gone. A nice patented secondary seal, as all Gold Rush products do. We're not opening all of these tonight, but there is a fresh 10, as promised. If I can open the box, a fresh 10. All right, let's go ahead and number these on screen so that everybody can see me do it. Give me a second, fellas. Feel free to talk some trash in the chat. Let me know if you're not a Cubs fan, if your team's doing well. Tony already told me the baseball season's over. Tony's already thinking about the the fantasy football draft that we're going to be running here shortly. I can't wait to run some more fantasy football in our break room. There's 1 through 5, fellas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's half of it. I can't wait for football to come back, but I'm going to cherish this summer for as much as I possibly can. So there goes 6. I'm looking forward to a full summer of baseball. Hopefully the Cubs can start hitting again. Man, I don't know how a lineup as deep as the one that I know we have cannot produce on a daily basis, but here we are. Here we are. I know Troy knows what I'm talking about. I know Damien knows what I'm talking about. All right, guys, this is the second half of the case. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fresh case for the multi-sport. All right, we're going to definitely randomize that off here shortly and see which one we're open tonight. But at least everybody knows fresh case, and we are ready to rock and roll there. Step 1, cut a hole in the box. Tony, you know, these are the rules. Blue Sharpie on a white background. If my Bears move to Hammond, I quit. Hey, Troy, I'm with you. If the Bears go to Hammond, I am open for fandom. And because Tony's close, you know, Detroit sounds pretty appealing to me. But until then, Chicago Bears all the way. Hammond Bears is not going to be a thing to me. So in that case, I might reach out to Tony. Yeah, if that's the case, then I'm reaching out to Tony. Me and him are going out for dinner. We'll watch the Detroit games together. It'll be a thing. I'll drive out. Until then, I'll keep rocking the Chicago Bears. All right, fellas, let's get after it. How about some football to start, as we always do? Black Bag, Gold Rush, Black Bag edition for football. Friendly reminder that eBay does require that I mark all items as shipped, regardless if your team hits or not. If your team is the one that shows on the memorabilia when we open it, then that is the team that will end up receiving the memorabilia. On eBay, if you see a tracking number that's associated with your order, that is confirmation that your team hits, and I'll try to push this out. Normally, I push it out on Mondays, but because we got Memorial Day, I'm going to push it out on Tuesday morning. So I should hopefully get to you by the end of the week. Again, for everybody that's new, welcome to Call Your Shot Sports Breaks Memorabilia. My name is Bart. I'm the guy that reached out to you on eBay. This is not a brick and mortar store. This is not a multi-million-dollar conglomerate. This is one man who is a high school math teacher by trade who just enjoys sports memorabilia and bringing people together. Quick trip around the bag. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Exactly the way that I received it from the distributor. All the regular guys know that I'm all about the transparency. If you're enjoying a beverage here, whether it's an adult beverage or any beverage of choice, anytime you hear the word transparency, feel free to take a sip. We got tomorrow as Sunday. We got a day off for majority of people on Monday. You can thank me later, fellas. You can thank me later. If you need a refill, let me know in the chat so I can pause my nonsense and give you a chance to refill. All right, guys, let's get after it. I've been talking nonsense for 14 minutes. It's time to get after it. All right. Good luck to all teams in the football. Gold Rush, Black Bag edition. Let's do it. Gold Rush, Black Bag. Let's do it. All right. I see some black. I see some silver. This must mean we got the Jolly Roger. The Jolly Roger. The Las Vegas Raiders. I got whites on a big old 3. I believe this to be Zamir, if I'm not mistaken. Zamir Whites. Big old autograph up top. And you best believe he stayed out of the stitching. Black Sharpie on silver background. in my opinion, not as cool as blue Sharpie on white background, but hey, to each their own. I got Beckett Cert, fellas. If it ever lets me. Beckett Cert, 1W7. Oh boy. 1W7 60073. 1W7 60073. I believe this to be Zamir Whites. I believe this to be Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going to check it out, though. Hey, Tony. Nothing wrong with that. Mick Ultra. Whether it's 0 or whether it's premium, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right, fellas. Even though I'm pretty sure I know what this is, I'm still going to look it up on Beckett because that's the kind of guy that I am. I want to make sure. So give me a second to make sure. You can look it up with me if you want. All right, one more time out loud. 1W 7 60073. Whether you're drinking the Mick Ultra Zero or the premium, I respect it. Zamir White is correct. And for the Las Vegas Raiders this week, going out to Dan B. Las Vegas Raiders going out to Dan B. Dan B this week. Not sure if Dan B's in the house, but congrats, Dan B. Zamir White, running back. Definitely on the up and up. 4 years on the Raiders. We'll see what it can get done. Hey, what's going on, Dave? Dave in the house. What's going on, Dave? Las Vegas Raiders, Dan B. Congrats, Dan B. On Zamir White. All right. For the other item for football, we got Gold Rush 2026 Series 3. Of course, Gold Rush products got at least for the jersey, a double transparency. We got a cellophane wrapping and a secondary seal. How about a quick trip around the box itself just to make sure everything is in good working order, exactly the way you would expect it to be from what I've received from my distributor. Everything in good working order, fellas. Good luck to all teams. Let's keep this thing rocking. Good luck to everybody in football. There goes the cellophane wrapping. Feel free to call your shot in the chat. That's why it's called Call Your Shot Sports Breaks, fellas. You got to call it. If you don't call it, it doesn't count. Where my basketball guys at? I grew up playing basketball in Chicago. If you don't call it, off the backboard, it don't count. All right. There's the secondary seal. Doing what seals do. Being all sealy and stuff. All right. There it goes. Good luck to all teams. What do we got here this week? Good luck to everybody. Good luck, good luck, good luck. What do we got? I think we doubled up. I think we doubled up on the Jolly Roger. How does it happen? There are so many teams. Wilson on the big old 9. Nice autograph with the number inscription. Beckett Cert. BM 16963. BM 16963. How does it happen? The Jolly Roger takes him down. We're still going to look at to make sure, but yeah, you're telling me. Raiders on the double up is crazy, but that's great. Hey, good to hear it, Dave. I hope all is well, my man. I know you're a hardworking dude, so relax, take it easy. I am one that did not see it coming. Raiders is not always a big time hit, but two on the same night. That's crazy. BM 16963. Feel free to join in if you guys want to take a peek. Back at cert. Relax, take it easy, enjoy a beverage of choice. I gotta do that again. I missed something. BM1. Sorry, BM1. I missed the 1. 6963. Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson on the Jolly Roger. Defensive end. 2023 NFL Draft, first round, 7th overall. On the up and up. 3 years for the Raiders. Currently plays for the Saints. Good to know. Good to know. Of course, the Raiders are up and up with all the draft picks and everything, so I hear that. All right. Doubled up. That's crazy. Dan B takes it down. Las Vegas Raiders. Tyree Wilson. Number 9. Nice autograph. Out of the stitching. Black Sharpie on silver. Jolly Roger takes down the first 2. All right, fellas. We're going basketball. Let's go basketball next. Let's go jersey first. I think the full-size basketball itself is tantalizing, so I'll leave that for second. Let's get after this one. We got RSA signed basketball jersey. When it comes to RSA, no cellophane wrapping, single mode of transparency. We got that RSA secondary seal, as you guys can see, in good working order. I'm still going to take you on a trip around the box because that's just who I am. So give me a second to do that, fellas. I wish everybody luck in the basketball break. There is definitely some potential for some monsters in here. Just looking at what RSA offers online, I like what I see. All right, fellas, there it is in all of its glory. The RSA secondary seal. Good luck to everybody in basketball tonight. I'm hoping a Las Vegas Raider does not come out of this one. I'm hoping a Las Vegas Raider does not come out of this. No offense, Dan B. Just got to spread around the love. All right. Good luck to all teams. Here we go. RSA basketball. Let's get after it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I like the sound of this. How about Joe Dumars? Joe Dumars. How about that? Let's go. Number 4. Into the stitching, but I don't care. Into the stitching, but if you're Joe Dumars, you don't got to answer questions to anybody, especially not some guy running a sports break on a Saturday night. Go Joe Dumars. You don't got to answer questions to me. Look at that. Big old JD. Guys, JSA cert. That's dope. WIT 333150. WIT 333150. This is a Detroit Pistons hit. But you guys know how it goes when it comes to the baseball and the basketball. We can open it up. We can take a peek. JSA cert. That's a beauty. Dumars. Love me some Joe Dumars. Detroit basketball. Pistons. Even as a Bulls fan, I respect me some Joe Dumars. I think I know. Detroit basketball. Tony! Our resident Michigan man. Tony! Congrats. Darren would say that he didn't want to jinx it because Darren's that kind of guy. He was going to wish you luck anyway. But because Darren put it in the ether, even though he didn't say it out loud, that is a sick Joe Dumars. Going to a true Detroit fan. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Congrats, Tony. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, Dave. Dumars next to Thomas. Throw that up on the wall in the man cave. That's sick. Not this time, but maybe next time. This one's going out to Tony. Congrats. Congrats, Tony. Like I said, Tony is a true Michigan man. Through and through. Always love to see it go to a big-time fan. Watch a Dumars ball. Yeah, Troy, right? We had the double Jolly Roger. Are we getting the double Detroit tonight? Tony would say he wouldn't hate it. I can already tell you right now. I'll speak for Tony as Tony's proxy, as Tony's lawyer. Tony would say, bring on the double hit for Detroit. Right, Tony? All right, fellas. Multi-sports and the baseball. I'm going to tuck it away just right here. We're going to keep Dumars on the screen there. Let's go basketball. Tony would say, let's just keep it coming. If I had to ask Tony, I bet he would say, save on the shipping. Just send me all of it. You know what, Tony? If that's what the basketball says, then that's what the basketball does. All right, guys. When it comes to the RSA full-size basketball, we got that secondary seal up top. We got a pull tab. As you can see, pull tab in great working order. And that's where the seal's at, just to make sure everything's in great working order. I'm still going to take you on a trip around the box itself because that's who I am. Oh, there's a nice QR code in case you want to see some of the hits that can come out. Possibly a Joe Dumars. Pull randomly inserted autograph. Current stars, all-time greats, rookies, and more. Bottom of the box, not opening. And top of the box. All right. Good luck to all teams. Good luck to everybody. All right. I'm going to try my best. All right. There goes the pull tab and the secondary seal and all of its glory. All right. Good luck to all teams. Good luck to everybody in basketball. Here we go. Very nice. Adam Silver, JSA. Right from the jump, I can see JSA. JSA. Now, where is that auto? It's right there. All right. I'm going to take off this wrapping. Spalding. Adam Silver basketball series in the NBA. Right there. Number 77. Who knows it? It's not number 4, Joe Dumars. I can't say I know where it's going, but maybe somebody knows better than me. The certification is JSA, which is often a very good sign. WIT 366161. WIT 366161. JSA is often a good sign. All right, I'm going to put this box off to the side, fellas. We're going to look this up together. I want to keep that guy on screen so everybody can see it. I'll repeat the JSA in case you want to look it up with me. Of course, I'm all about it. I want to make sure you guys always receive and you always feel confident that you're receiving the things that I open up on screen. All right, if I've stumped Dave, then I know that I've done it. If Dave doesn't know, I know Dave is a knowledgeable man when it comes to sports memorabilia. I feel better about myself if I've stumped Dave. All right, here we go. If you guys want to look it up with me, feel free to throw out some guesses in the chat if you would like. JSA. Feel free to look it up with me. WIT 366 161. Let's make sure. WIT 366 161. Yes, sir. Mario Ellie. I know the name. I don't know where it goes, but I've definitely heard the name before. Mario Ellie. Mario Ellie. The Junkyard Dog. That's right. That sounds totally right. 3-time NBA champ. 732 games. What a beast. 11-year career. This one's going to Houston. Houston, 5 years. Spurs, 2. Warriors, 2. Portland, 1. Phoenix, 1. Philly, 1. Houston, 5. This is a Houston Rockets hit. Mario Ellie, the Junkyard Dog. That is such an awesome nickname. 3-time NBA champ, Mario Ellie. Small forward, shooting guard. For the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets. And Houston Rockets this week. Houston Rockets, Dan B. Houston Rockets, Dan B. Dan B having a night. Congrats, Dan B. Mario Ellie. Coming out on the Spalding. Dan having a night. Congrats, Dan B. And that is a 17 on the inscription. Dan B. No, you're right, Dave. It looks like a 77, but that is a 17. You are correct. And the Mario Ellie. However, that is Mario Ellie. 17 is his number. Dan B. All right, fellas, we're going to keep this thing moving along. We are going to go to baseball next. So then for the Dumars, I'll put the baseball on there. I'll put the multi-sport there. Try to keep everything on screen as best as I can. I think I'm going to go jersey first. After the Yogi Berra last week, I think the Hall of Fame signed and slabbed has earned its reputation of being the second opening. All right, let's go baseball. Good luck to all teams. We got RSA here. We know RSA from the other products as well. Just that secondary seal. RSA right there. All right, here we go. RSA, quick trip around the box itself. As always, just trying to provide that transparency. All right, good luck to all teams. Baseball. RSA. Doing what seals do. Being all sealing stuff. Good luck. Good luck to all teams. Good luck to everybody in baseball. Definitely a banger incoming for the Hall of Fame signed and slabs. I'm hoping we got a nice hit here out of this RSA jersey as well. All right, here we go. Seal's broken. Good luck to all teams. Good luck, good luck. Oh, baby. We got Suter. Looks like a Cardinals Saturday blue on the JSA. Bruce on the big old 42. Beautiful autograph. Silver Sharpie on the red background. We got the Hall of Fame 06 inscription, it looks like, which is a pretty good one. That is a beautiful looking jersey, man. I'm not going to lie. Even as a Cubs fan, because he did pitch for the Cubs. I want to say he was a lot better looking when he was on the Cubs as well. W8 77905. W8 77905. Yeah, that's a pretty one for sure. He was a lot better looking on the Cubs, but yeah, no, that's not a bad looking jersey right there. Of course, we know baseball jerseys. We can open it up. We can take a peek. I believe this to be the Cardinals Saturday Blues. St. Louis on the 42. Cardinals. That's a nice hit. Congrats, JSA, sir. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. All right, who's rocking Cardinals tonight? Yeah, those alternates are sharp. I agree with that wholeheartedly. That one's going out to Dave. Dave J on the hit. Congrats, Dave. Solid hit. Congrats, Dave. Congrats, sir. It's a nice hit. Iconic autograph on iconic Saturday blue. That's dope. Congrats, Dave. Coming your way. All right, guys. Let's do it. Hall of Fame signed and slabbed edition. We had the Yogi Berra. This guy right here. Last week. Near mint. The comps on eBay were bananas. I'm hoping we got something similar here. Hey, Dan B! Somebody let Dan B know how it's going so I don't have to. Dan B being a great dad, being at his daughter's dance recital. Well, I'll let you know, Dan B. You are the football champ. You're a great dad for going to the recital. You got a couple hits coming your way, Dan B. You got a couple hits coming your way. I'll do a recap at the end, but you will not be disappointed, my man. All right, guys. We've got the Hall of Fame baseball edition from Signed and Slabbed from Gold Rush. Quick trip around the box itself. Dan B rocking it tonight. Yeah, Dan B, you're doing well, my man. So as I take a quick trip around the box itself, you got a triple hit tonight already. We're not done. So Dan B, you got 3 already. I'll go back over it. You got 2 Raiders hits. And gosh, what was the basketball? Did I already forget? I'm slipping. Rockets. That's it. You doubled up on the Raiders. We had 2 Raiders hits for football. And then you got Rockets as well. All right, guys. Triple transparency here on the Hall of Fame, Signed and Slabbed. Got the cellophane wrapping. We got that secondary seal and a black bag on the inside. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mario Elliott on the basketball. And then on the jerseys, Dan B, you got Tyree Wilson and Zamir White. Tyree Wilson and Zamir White. Both in the Jolly Roger for the Raiders. All right, guys. Good luck to all teams. I don't know if you guys are of the opinion of me, but man, this Hall of Fame baseball edition Signed and Slabbed is loaded. I cannot wait to see what's inside of here. Good luck to all teams. Man, the checklist is loaded. I am a fan. I'm excited for you guys. All right, there goes the cellophane wrapping. There goes the secondary seal. Good luck to all teams. 1 black bag, 1 empty box. Adios box. Hello black bag. Tiny black bag. Tiny trip around. Everything in good working order, as you would suspect. All right, guys. Come on now. Here we go. Hall of Famers only. Good luck to everybody in the baseball. Slabbed up. Let's get it. I'll take that. All right, here we go. Less than ideal opening, but we'll take it. Oh, baby. Let's go. How about Vladdy Guerrero? Vladdy Daddy. Not Vladdy Baby. Vladdy Daddy. On the Montreal Expos. 1997 Stadium Club. Thank you, Tony. I knew I would hear from you. Top Stadium Club, which is known for its great pictures. Look at that picture. Blue Sharpie on a semi-gray background. Montreal Expos. If I am not mistaken, I believe that is the Washington Nationals, if I am not mistaken. And of course, the guy giving me a hard time, might it be his card? Montreal Expos. Card number 210. Beckett 10 on the autograph. 1997 Stadium Club. Vladdy Daddy. Vladdy Daddy. Man, Stadium Club has some great pictures, man. I don't know who they hire out for their photography, but they do well. Montreal Expos. Hall of Famers only. I agree. Fire. I love this product. But hey, that's me. Montreal Expos are the Washington Nationals. Washington Nationals this week. Going out to Tony. Tony. Congrats to Tony. Sorry, Jean-Rie. I know you've been on a little bit of a downward streak there, Jean-Rie. Hopefully we can change that for you. But congrats to Tony. Tony taking down the Vladdy Daddy. Congrats. Couple words about Vladimir Guerrero. He's in the Hall of Fame, of course. He was MVP, a 9-time All-Star. He was a home run derby champ and an 8-time Silver Slugger. Fellas, come on. 59.5 career WAR. Over 8,000 career at-bats. 449 career home runs. A 318 batting average. Over 1,300 runs scored. Over almost 1,500 RBI. Career slugging at 553. His OPS was 931 for his career. That is insane. A career 931 OPS. He played for 16 years, and 8 of them were with the Expos. Oh my goodness. Monsters rights. That is a absolute dope, legendary Hall of Famer. That's so cool. Congrats, Tony, Vladdy Daddy, Vladdy Guerrero, 1997 Stadium Club Beckett 10. Man, let's go. Oh my gosh. Fire only. This product is just straight fire. Man, that's so cool. All right. Congrats, Tony. Tony taking it down, doubling up. A man amongst men. That is for sure. Congrats, man. One more to scan. Okay, Tony, that's comment of the night material. That's hilarious, Tony. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, Jean-Rie, if you're still around, the bats are on their way. And Jean-Rie, if memory serves us all right, you definitely take down some bats. Hopefully the bats will do you right. All right, guys, let's move on to multi-sport. We're going to start with the black bag, and then we'll move on to the fresh case. We'll roll some dice, and we'll see what we're opening up. Let's do it. Multi-sport here. Black bag. Quick trip around. Of course, for everybody that's new, black bag a little bit different than all the rest. We sell it by the sport. So in this case, we got baseball, we got basketball, we got football, we got hockey, and we got other. Everything else constitutes other: soccer, WWE, NASCAR. Absolutely tragic to hear what happened to Kyle Busch. That's crazy. Absolutely tragic. All right, quick trip around. Let's get after it. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to everybody in the black bag. Here we go. All right. That's a nice hit. How about Tyler Hero? Tyler Hero coming out of there. That's dope. Tyler Hero on the JSA. Tyler Hero basketball. What a hits. JSA. Big old autograph. Look at that autograph. Holy smokes. Look how long that is. That's dope. JSA cert. Oh, baby. That's cool. That's a nice hit. Out of multi-sport, let's go. AI 20822 on the JSA. AI. Come on now. AI 20822 on the JSA. Tyler Hero. That's a nice hit. Out of the multi-sport. Let's go. I'll take that all day. That's a solid hit. Yeah. You're telling me. Throw that in a nice little case up on the wall. Basketball. Basketball this week. Going out to Mike. This one's going out to Mike A. Not sure if Mike's in the house here tonight, but congrats, Mike. Hey, there he is. Congrats, Mike. Tyler Hero coming your way. Mike was the benefactor of our Yogi Berra last week. Congrats, Mike. Hopefully it's made its way to you already. If not, hopefully very soon. I packed that Yogi Berra up tight. Man, I went to the next level trying to wrap that thing up to make sure. So congrats, sir. Tyler Hero. All right, fellas. Take this Mario Ellie ball and push it down for a second. And then multi-sport value pack. We got a fresh one. Fresh case, all 10. In case you missed it, we opened it up at the beginning of the break. Fresh 10. We're going to roll some dice to find out which one we're opening. As always, fellas, if you could let me know when you guys can see it, I would appreciate it. I don't mean to be annoying. I just want to make sure that I am, of course, being transparent. All right, got some dice up on the screen. Hey, thanks, fellas. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's roll some dice. We got 2 dice up on the screen. Oh, baby, it's going to make me work for it. We got deuce 5s for a nice 10. 10, 10, 10. All right. Let's get it, fellas. It's going to make me work for it, but that's all right. All right. I'm going to pull up the list of all 10 of the value packs. Let me know, guys. Tony, you are the man amongst men, Tony. Thank you. I appreciate it. We got all 10 up there. Thanks, Dan B. The champ is here. Both champs. Both champs responding. That's why you guys are the champs. All right, guys. We got 1 through 10 on the screen here. As you guys can see, we got a fresh case in front of us. We're going to roll this thing 10 times. Whichever pack is in spot number 1 after 10 rolls is the one we're opening tonight. Let's do this thing. All right, there's 1. As you guys can see, there's 2. You've randomized the list 2 times. But enough of this nonsense. We got to get through this 10 times. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. 7. 8. 9. 10th and final roll. Whichever's in spot number 1 is the one we're opening. Here we go. All right. Lucky number 7. Of course it is. All right, fellas, we're going with 7 in the top spot. The list was randomized 10 times. We're going to do it. 7. It's what we do. That's right, Tony. Don't you ever forget it. I don't know. I don't know why I just said that. All right. We're going to 7. All right. So then here we go. There's 7, fellas. 7. The rest of them for the next 9 weeks. We will see you later. Adios. All right, fellas, let's get after it. We had 7. Seven come out after the 10 dice roll. Let's get after it. Of course, here for the multi-sport value pack, 3 cards. And I will tell you right now, this guy's got a slab in it. And hold on, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to put this guy right here on screen. Let me check the rest of it. Let me check the rest of this case. We got slabs all the way around. Let's see. Because I just opened it and I didn't check earlier. Guys, there is a slab in every pack. There is a slab. I can feel it in every pack. We are locked and loaded. Full slabs all the way around. For the guys that care to know. Yep, that's what we like to hear. The last one had 9 out of 10. The first one we opened, it just so happened the first one we opened did not have a slab in it. But everything else did. This one, all 10. All 10 are slabbed up. That's what we like to hear. I agree. Let's end with some fire here. Quick little trip around the tiny black bag. Make sure everything's in good working order, even though we literally just opened it. That's okay. All right, guys. Good luck to all teams in the multi-sport. Tyler Hero out of the jersey. That's dope. How about a nice banger here to end it? Let's get after it. All right. Good luck to all teams in the multi. All right, here we go. There's a nice hit coming out of the slab. In my opinion. Definitely for fantasy football owners. All right. How about up front? We got Derwin James. Derwin James rookie card out of Score. Florida State. This one's out of FSU. It's for football. Derwin James, number 375 out of 2018 Panini. Derwin James is a beast. I've got a jersey of his for the Chargers. He's a safety on the Chargers. One of the top safeties in the entire league. Nice hit. Derwin James. Football. Braden. This one's going out to Braden. Congrats, Braden. Braden H., who told me he can't be here tonight because he's attending the Cincinnati Reds game. I hope that they are beating the Cardinals. Congrats. Congrats, Braden, on a nice Derwin James out of Score rookie card. Oh, baby. That's dope. We've got Quad Relic Auto. Yeah, sorry about that, Tony. That was a little bit rough. I agree. We only accept slabs. Thank you. I agree, Demi. We only expect slabs. We only accept them. This is out of Panini Prime. It's numbered 21 out of 99. Ross Chastain. Quad Relic Auto. 21 out of 99. And this is 2019 Panini Prime Racing. The enclosed race used material and autograph is guaranteed by Panini, which means that the quad relic here is from the uniform that he wore. Race used. That's dope. This one's going to Racing. 21 out of 99. This might be the coolest one. Right here. That might be from the car itself. There's definitely like a scratch to it. That's cool. Now, I am not a racing fanatic, but I will tell you, I appreciate things that are pretty cool. That's pretty dope. Other spot. This one's going out to Tony. Tony, have a night. Congrats, Tony. Tony having it. Tony having a night. Hopefully, Tony, that makes up for the really bad rip. I didn't think the rip was terrible. I just tried to double up on opening it, but I'll take that. Hopefully, this is my apology for the rip. Ross Chastain. Quad relic auto. 21 out of 99. Dope. Congrats, Tony. That one's going to the other spot. That's Tony. That's cool. All right, last but not least, I think this is a really cool hit. How about a Gem Mint 9.5 Studio Rookies? Bucky Irving. Look at that card. Rookie card, Bucky Irving. Stud for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2024 Panini Instant. 9.5 Gem Mint. Fantasy football stud. Who's taking this guy in the fantasy draft next year? Just know that if you're not taking him, I am. That's dope. Panini Instant. No autograph. But that's all right. 9.5 Gem Mint. Studio Rookies 2024 Panini Instant Bucky Irving. Football. Football going to Braden. Braden H taking it down to go along with his Derwin James. Nice hit. Congrats, Braden. Hopefully the Reds beat the Cardinals. We had Tony take down the Ross Chastain on the NASCAR hit. Tony having a night. Vladdy Daddy. Going out to Tony as well for the Washington Nationals. That was an Expos hit. Of course, they became the Nationals. We had Mike A. Mike A take down the Tyler Hero. We had Dave. Dave take down the Suitor. Joe Dumars for the Pistons. Also going out to Tony. Tony, have a night, sir. Of course, another one of our regular guys, Dan B. Dan B on the Jolly Roger. Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson, big old number 9. Beckett Cert. And then Zamir White. Zamir White, Jolly Roger on the number 3. 3 times 3 is 9. But I was never very good at math. And of course, Mario Ellie came out on the basketball, number 17. Houston Rockets. Also, Dan B. The champs showed out here tonight. Fantasy football champs, as well as college basketball champs. The champs showed out tonight. Congrats. Congrats to everybody that hit. Of course, all the breaks are more fun when your team hits. If your team didn't hit, sorry I couldn't deliver for you tonight, but hopefully we can get a hit for you next week. Like I already said, if you guys weren't here at the beginning of the break, we got some bats coming from Gold Rush. I only got 2 of them. I also got some RSA bats coming. You guys asked, so I answered. It won't be for next week, but it'll be the week after. The checklist is loaded. Gold Rush Lumber Edition. I got 2 of them. These were the last 2 that they had available. I was trying to buy more, but those are the last 2. Then they completely sold out. So it won't be for next week, but the week after. Be on the lookout for it. Next week, we'll run another Ditto break. If it's not broken, don't fix it, in my opinion. We've had a lot of fun with these basketballs and the Hall of Fame signed and slabbed, and I hope that continues. As always, fellas, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for jumping in this week. Thanks for picking up the extra teams in the case that you bought some extras after the fact and helping to fill the break. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the break tonight. We're going to be back next Saturday night to get after it. Next Saturday will take us into the month of June. So be on the lookout if you're in the Facebook group for a freebie break. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Maybe some basketball because we're getting close here. Maybe some hockey. We'll see. So be on the lookout if you're in the Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group, feel free to join. I got a link in the video description for anybody that wants to join in. Free of charge. We got a freebie break. First break of June. Let's get after it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it'll be good. Don't worry. So feel free to jump in. Free of charge. We'll raffle it off at the end of next week's break, and we'll get going from there. As always, fellas, be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. Enjoy your friends and family. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. I hope you've got some time off. I hope you can sit on your deck or somebody else's deck. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy your friendship. Enjoy whatever beverage you like to consume. And hopefully you have a great day in the sun. You guys deserve it. I appreciate you. And hopefully you get that opportunity. I'm just catching up to all the chats, so I can sign the sleeve if you want me to. I can definitely sign the sleeve. Kyle Busch racing him makes sense. Man, the Kyle Busch story is a sad one, man. But I agree. In his honor, that just makes sense. It does not look like Mario, but that's where it's going. Transparency. A transparency day in the sun. Nothing wrong with that. Hey man, those extra teams ended do well for people. Those people that picked up those extra teams, that never hurts. It never hurts. All right, fellas. I've kept you here long enough. Thanks again. Much appreciated. Hopefully you guys have a great week. Enjoy your weekend. You deserve it. We'll see you next weekend. Transparency, transparency, transparency. Will the Cubs ever get 5 hits in a game again? See you guys next week. Have a great holiday. See ya.